guys, welcome back to another video with Talking Millennials. It's your girl Chanel and I'm here to give you the fire videos as usual.
On the track.
Hi, what's up? What's poppin'? Wagwan? No good? Hope you guys are still staying safe. And I know that because we're not hearing corona as much doesn't mean that we shouldn't wear a mask and keep ourselves protected and sanitized. So please make sure that you're doing all of that stuff. Let us get into the video. Okay. So today's topic will be mental illnesses in teens. I feel like a lot of you have heard the terms at some point in your lives, but do you really know what mental illness is? Well, today's your lucky day because I am going to tell you. I got a little definition for those of you who don't know, so here it goes. Mental illnesses are disorders of brain function. They have many causes and result from complex interactions between a person's genes and their environment. I would just like to say that having a mental illness is not a choice or a mental failing. Mental illnesses occur at similar rates around the world in every culture and all socio-economic groups. It's not a choice. It happens to everyone. Everyone can experience this. Everyone can go through some type of mental illness at some point in their lives. It's not about you choosing it or putting yourself in a situation for you to have it. It just happens because things happen and people cope with them. You have eating disorders, you have anxiety disorders, you have mood disorders, you have personality disorders, and all of those fall under I hit my chest real hard. All of those fall under mental illnesses. But since we all know the word depression, let me start off with that one.
When I thought about mental illness, two groups came to me. I did think about everybody in general, but I thought what came to my mind was who we choose to ignore the most. And it's our children who do get depressed, and our men who are cultured to believe that it is the norm for them to take whatever it is, whatever hardships, whatever stress, whatever taxations that life throws at them, physically and mentally. They must just take it because they're a man. And to be a man means you don't feel anything. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, so she basically says that them basically says like man can get emotional, so if we're a girl, them loves to use that term, you're a girl. Anything happen to a man, you're not a girl, you're for man up. So yeah, I guess in my words that you basically say.
Yeah, and I think the effect that has on our society is that we have men who are walking around with some serious levels of depression and sadness and are unable to just find an outlet for that because, as I said, I don't really have nobody forbidden peace because in their minds, I'm not expected to be emotionally open. I'm not expected to be vulnerable.
Cry.
Exactly. I'm not expected to cry or feel anything. You get what I'm saying? And I think that has some domino effect on society because they just become angry and it pours over into drinking and it pours over into smoking and it pours over into just being so aggressive towards the people who are supposed to care about you, towards the wider society, and you don't care about your actions, and it's just because as a man you're not finding that outlet where you can express your pain. That is so important. I know for me, listen, when we talk about people, I take with them gender. So before you're a man and you're a woman, you're a human being. And I know for a human being, it's so refreshing to just express and offload everything that is weighing you down and everything that's sitting on your shoulder. For just, can you imagine you just sit down in your mind just in a one dark space? You don't have nobody to talk to. You don't have nobody for listening. You don't have nobody where you can really say, alright, so even if the person listen, they're genuinely listening. Okay, some people just listen for fascinating at business.
Yep.
Some people just want to listen say, yeah, that's going on in life.
And then go say, I want big,
yeah.
Be a balling.
Exactly. And they listen to mock you and jeer you and make you feel like you're less than because as a man you're not expected. Exactly. So I think the point that I wanted to make was, as men, you can comment and let me know what you think. As men, it is okay to be emotionally open, because we know that men suffer from mental illness a lot. They do. You get what I'm saying? I was on Twitter the other day. Is Twitter or Facebook? And a gentleman was saying, yo, I just felt this feeling, this overwhelming burden just sitting on me. And I'm like, why? And listen, to find out why, I don't know. May I tell you the truth, because he went around so many corners to not be open. But he was sitting there with that pain when we could have just easily let off, But because of how we're cultured sometimes, we're afraid to speak. So it's okay to be open, it's okay to be vulnerable, in a context where it's somebody who you can definitely trust, it's somebody you can depend on, somebody where you know say them have your best interest at heart, because that's a key thing to healing mental illness. You have to have people around you who can, when them see a rock or when them see a stumble down, them they lift you up no matter what. That's key. You need that around you. You can't be in a dark place and surround yourself with darkness. That's not healthy. That's just feeding the demons that you already have. Take it from me, I know. So you want to have people around you, and then you want to commit to yourself to be better. You get what I'm saying? You want to do things that I know for me, when I feel depressed, I don't want to do what I normally would do to have fun.
I never used to put much emphasis or protection on mental health until my latter years, right? Because I never knew how important it was until I had to protect my mental health. And depression is a very real disease that's affecting us. It doesn't really depression comes in many faces, because a person could be smiling and really hurting on the inside. And I can speak from somewhat experience, because I myself have suffered with depression from time to time here and there. I go through stages, like waves. So but I think it's very important. I don't think we have enough awareness as it relates to depression and our mental health, as well as even anxiety, because these are all one in the they are from the same family, in my opinion. No, to this day I will tell you, nothing is more important than my mental health, right? Because if my mind breaks down, then of course my body is going to break down as well. And today's society, I feel no more than ever it is more important. Reason being, with the COVID pandemic on us right now, we'll find that a lot of persons will have to stay home. School is out, so now we have to be adapting to the new norm where school is online virtually. So what that means is that there's no socializing with our peers. And to be honest with you, some of us, that's how we really and truly cope with some of what we're really going through, because this social interaction was usually what we'd use to kind of give us a release. So with COVID on us now, and we're stuck inside, or we're quarantined, we have to be social distancing, we now have to think of a way of how we're going to protect our youths, because it might not seem like it is important, but it is, because you're stuck at home, not able to go out, many persons are dealing with different things that might cause them to go into severe depression or give them anxiety or whatever you may call it, or break down their mental health. And it's important for us to find a release. So what do we then now do in such a time like this to have a release where we're not able to go out, we're not able to interact and so forth? So I think it's important for us to find ways to, offer our children or ourselves some reliefs from some of these mental struggles, these mental strains. What I try to do is, I still go to work, so I use work as sort of my release, because in going to work, it's not that I love the work. Granted, for HR, with fair what you say, I love my work, but I really and truly go to work to see my friends and just to get a different change of scenery, because being locked in the house can really make you go crazy and you're at one with your thoughts. And it's never good to overthink. Coming from an overthinker, take it from me, it's never really good to overthink, because 9 times out of 10 you're coming up the negative end of stuff. So I really think it's important, and no more than ever, it's more imperative that we find ways to treat and deal with anxiety and depression, because it's a very real and dangerous disease. And sometimes it hits you off guard, because somebody you love and know could right now be going through something and you not know it. And we need to really and truly pay attention to the signs. They are signs most of the time, but we are not cognizant, and some of us really and truly don't care enough to really take the time to look and check on some of our friends to see how they're doing, because some of us are really fighting some inside battles. So what I suggest that you do, check on your friends. Check on your friends, see how they're doing. Sometimes they just want somebody to talk to, somebody to listen to them. So just take the time out to listen to your friend. And if you're the one who's going through depression, anxiety, or mentally struggling, find a release. Find somebody to talk to, something to do to release that stress. Find somebody to talk to, somebody that you can trust. You need to find a release, and it's okay to talk about it. It's okay to cry.
Mental illnesses are very serious, and a lot of people are going through them. And I feel like how you treat them, how the people around them treat them in this time is very important, because you don't know when that person will go over the edge. And so I just implore you to just be kind to the people that you are around, or even strangers that you meet, because you don't know what they're going through, and you don't know if what you do in that moment in time can make a difference. So I feel like always come off with positivity. Show them that you care, tell them something nice, be very positive, give them a compliment, because you don't know if that can make the person's day. You don't know what you're doing for that person. But I want you guys to just stay safe, be loving, be free, be kind, and yeah, like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Bye.